6 to 10. She deserves to be that prize, going for her 5th successive win, her 4th feature win in her last 4 starts. She looks mighty difficult to beat to me. Let's go join our big race commentator, Craig Peters.
And the road has been called. The runners just milling around at the back of the stalls for the First National Bank Sprint. There's the favourite, number 3, Empress Club. She went down very calmly indeed, taken by pilot Felix Kutsi. She's going for a 5th win in a row, is a sister of Fury. She hasn't run for more than 6 months, and she was the top juvenile of last season, has yet to be fully extended. Unbeaten in a 4 start, she ran on strongly in the closing stages of her last victory, where she beat Got the Giggles by 4 3/4 lengths. Empress Club has generally been on offer at 5 to 10 and eats slightly in the betting to 6 to 10. Her biggest danger, of course, is number 11, Melting, who is currently 2nd favourite. Coming up to the stalls is Melting in the red sleeves and the red cap. She's the family of stakes winners Snow Fun and Snow Crest. This is number 10, Divine Moon, ridden by Francois Nodia. Goes in quietly. The runners for the First National Bank Sprint, starting to load a Grade 3 event for 3-year-olds. Divine Moon, one of the outsiders in this afternoon's race. That's Melting with the red sleeves and the red cap. Winner Grand coming forward. Winner Grand ridden by Zimbabwean champion Glenn French, a 22,000 rand buy. There goes Jump Up and Kiss Me. She's currently the 3rd favourite, ridden this afternoon by Brett Smith. The dam there, Tizzy, has produced 6 winners, and no doubt Jump Up and Kiss Me will prefer this trip. Still waiting for 3 runners to load. Bobby Bean still to come forward. Empress Club still to load. She's the odds-on favourite. On the extreme left, a little bit fractious in the stalls with the red sleeves, is Forest Ridge from Natal. Forest Ridge, ridden this afternoon by Gavin Finzale. There's Empress Club behind the stalls being warmed up by jockey Felix Kutsi. A 3-year-old daughter of Farnesio, trained by Tony Miller. The other runners standing quietly inside the stalls, waiting for these last 3 runners to load. This is Spark of Peace, ridden by Pierre Stradham. Went close to defeating Fast Gun some 2 runs back. 50,000 rand buy with Striker Stradham in the irons. A close-up view of the 11 runners facing us. There's only 2 runners to load. One of those is the favourite, Empress Club. Standing quietly as Striker Stradham attends to his goggles. Head-on view of the runners down at the 1,200-metre marker. Barricade and Mace Roberts still to load. Mace rode a fantastic race earlier in the day where him and Striker Stradham fought out a neck-and-neck duel and had the crowd on their feet, with Mace just winning it by a neck. That's Bobby Bean still to come forward. Bobby Bean returns after a 2-month rest and 80,000 rand purchase. This is the favourite, Empress Club and Felix Kutsi. She's proving a little bit troublesome. Now she goes up. Empress Club is in. Empress Club is ready. They're just about all set for the First National Bank Sprint. 100,000 rand, 1,200 metres. We're waiting for Barricade. Barricade and Mace Roberts to complete the lineup. 77,000 rand buy. Barricade was hard-ridden to win his last start under Jeff Lloyd. We're winning over the Clearwood 1,200 metres by a half length from Robin Hill. Lashing out. Proving a little bit troublesome. Mace Roberts trying to coax this one forward. A race for 3-year-olds. All the handlers gathered around Barricade, proving a little bit obstinate. Meanwhile, the other runners appear to be standing quietly inside the stall, trying to coax her forward. Barricade going half in. We're going to have a start in the First National Bank Sprint. Look how alert the riders are as Purse's game comes in. They all clear 1,200 metres, and they sprinting in the First National Bank Sprint. The favourite, Empress Club, races 2 off the right of your picture, quick to respond. In the centre, there goes Melting with the white spot and the red sleeves. On the extreme left, the white noseband of Forest Ridge. Now Empress Club has dropped off them 3 lengths. Divine Moon's behind that, then Purse's game. As they come towards the 600, in the red silks, that's Melting. In second position, Empress Club nearest the railings. On the extreme left is Forest Ridge. Then comes Bobby Bean, and behind that, Speaking Oak. Barricade 3 lengths off the leader, followed by Divine Moon. As they come to the 500, Melting continuing to lead. Near the railings, Empress Club. Barricade, the light loose leaves is right there. Then comes Bobby Bean. 13. 300 meters to go. Melting in front. Forest Ridge. Jump Up and Kiss Me on the extreme left. Empress Club's under a hard ride as they come to the 200. Melting's in front from Forest Ridge and Jump Up and Kiss Me, but Melting's holding on. Empress Club is now coming on late. Melting, Empress Club taking off late. Melting has it a half length as they drive to the wire. Melting from Empress Club, Forest Ridge, and Sparkle.
Well, what a great race that was. Melting just staying on gamely there to beat Empress Club. And of course, the sad part, Empress Club loses her unbeaten record. She'd won 4 races in a row before this, and now she's been beaten for the first time. But all credit to Melting. She won well last time out, and she proved that that was no fluke today. A very courageous win, strongly ridden by Jeff Lloyd. He held on well when challenged by Empress Club after being up there all the way. She was receiving weight from Empress Club, but certainly a very good performance from Melting. And that returns her really to a 2-year-old form. She had some very good 2-year-old form. She had, in fact, run second to Empress Club in the South African Nursery here over Turffontein over the same distance, and has reversed that decision today. So 2 very good 3-year-old fillies here. And here we have another look at all that action.
And as the runners come out of the stalls, your winner is in the center of your picture with the red sleeves and the white spot. That's Melting. And Jeff Lloyd immediately sends us off to the lead. At this stage, the favorite Empress Club is racing nearest the railings with the grey sleeves and the grey cap. On the extreme left is Forest Ridge. Jump Up and Kiss Me races towards the back of the field. Melting continues to lead and striding out very freely. Jeff Lloyd sitting comfortable at controls, tightly attended by Empress Club. Bobby Bean is there with the white blinkers. On the left with the white noseband and red sleeves is Forest Ridge. As they come to the 500-meter marker, Jeff Lloyd still hasn't moved on Melting. Empress Club, and now you can see being niggled at by Felix Coetzee immediately behind Melting. Now Jeff Lloyd asks Melting to run. Barricade moves up alongside of Empress Club. But at the 300 on the extreme right, it's still Melting in front. Empress Club is immediately behind her. Forest Ridge is there with the white noseband. Jump Up and Kiss Me on the extreme left. Barricade starts to fall away. At the 200, Melting a length and 3/4. Felix Coetzee is now driving Empress Club left-handed as she starts to close in late, but Empress Club has got a length and a half to make up on Melting, who's now digging deep into her resources. She has her 3 parts of a length. Empress Club looks for a moment as though she could go with Melting, but Melting, who's 4 kilos better off with Empress Club for defeat in the SA Nursery, keeps on finding more, and she rushes to the wire, this daughter of Al Casey's boy, trained by Craig Benson from Empress Club. In 3rd position, Forest Ridge is holding on, but it's still Melting, holding on to it here, and Melting bred by Somerset Stud. Goes to the wire, 3 parts of a length. Empress Club has now had enough. There's 2.5 lengths back to Forest Ridge back in 3rd position. But as they get to the wire, it's going to be Melting and Jeff Lloyd under 48.5 kilos, who picks up that first purse of 62,500. Second is Empress Club. Forest Ridge holds on to the 3rd position.
Well, we had some close finishes here today, and here's another one for you. These 2 horses, Melting and Jump, and yes, it's Melting there now in our slow-mo, coming into picture, closely challenged by Empress Club. It looked for a while that Empress Club was going to get to Melting, and then Melting found that bit extra and just keeps coming on. Here they come now towards the finish. Melting closest to you, and Empress Club on the far side. So another big win here for Jeff Lloyd. He certainly is having a great year. He's chasing Dougie White in the Jockeys Championship. He's second at the moment. And Jeff Lloyd and Melting at present coming back now to the winners' enclosure, and some very happy owners waiting there to lead in this Natal trained filly, trained by Craig Benson. And of course, this horse was bred, Melting, at the Somerset Stud of Alan and Vera Sutherland. And there you see Vera beating Jeff Lloyd and Melting as they come back. Melting number 11. We will take the official result later, but we do know that Melting won and Empress Club was second. Ridden by Jeff Lloyd. Jeff travelling around a lot nowadays. He's been riding in Natal and ended up here in the Transvaal, and he's really riding winner after winner.
Well, here we have in the winners' enclosure Jeffrey Lloyd, and Jeff, she's such a quick filly. I don't think I've seen such a quick filly here at Turffontein before.
Well, Craig said to me, you know, although she's got the lightweight, she's very fast, and as long as she's going well, wait on her. And I found myself still waiting at the 400, and she was still in front and galloping well. And when I asked her for a bit of an effort, it came instantly, and I knew that Empress Club would have a hard job trying to get hold of her because she was really moving well.
When Felix switched out behind you, it looked like he was coming for his run. Empress Club didn't quite seem to quicken as she usually does. Did you ever think at any stage that she might catch you?
I never saw her once. I only looked around at the winning post and thought I was surprised she was so close. Probably, you know, she hasn't run for a while, maybe. She looked very sleepy before the race, and maybe this race will bring her to her best.
Jeff, how'd you rate this filly?
Well, she's brilliant. Over 5 and 6, I think she's going to be hot to beat. Well, she had no weight today, but she still felt very impressive.
Jeff, congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Taking another look now at this great victory by Melting. A very game performance. She's been up there all the way. There she is out in front in those red-looking colours. Empress Club coming up now to challenge her. And it looked for a while Empress Club was going to get to her, but Melting just kept finding. And as Jeff Roy said, she's hard to catch. She got to the front. She ran on well. They got 50 metres to go. The two horses are pulled away from the rest of the field. And Melting coming up now to win the first National Badge Sprint for 100,000 rand. And let's now find out the full result.